Hey Point Loma, welcome to Real Students, where we discuss films and highlight how they were brought to life. I'm your host, Michelle Torres, and today we have Jacob Boyd, producer and director of I Think, Therefore I Am, a mockumentary, which is a mockumentary about the student film Therefore I Am, directed by Will Alvarado. Jacob is here with us now to discuss how the film came about. Hi, Jacob.
Hi, Michelle.
So tell us, what was the premise of your film?
The premise of the film was pretty much some focus on some of the mishaps that happened behind the scenes for Will Alvarado's project, Therefore I Am, and what could possibly go wrong in a student project.
Nice. So where did you get the idea of making a mockumentary about a real short film?
It actually was never my idea to create a mockumentary. At first, I was just assigned to do behind-the-scenes work for Will, the director's project, Therefore I Am. And from there, it was just, if it's just one project and it's going to be behind-the-scenes work, I'm not going to get a lot done with it. So I figured maybe I could do some behind-the-scenes work for the other projects that were being done in 442. And it just got to the point where I ran it by Dr. Hewitt, and he thought, you know what, you could do a mockumentary with either all of them or just one of them. And it just got to the point where I had to choose, do a story where it was with all three of the short films or one of them. And it seemed a lot easier to do just one story because it's just one, like a few characters that you had to work with and one story that was available.
And what were some of the complications in creating something like this?
Getting a story together and like right within a few weeks, like pretty much by myself, and doing the editing, the script work, the voiceover, just getting everybody who I interviewed for the project, and yeah, that was pretty much almost everything was complicated.
How did the mockumentary move from the stage where you were writing the script to the actual filming of it?
I was pretty much writing the script as I went along, as I got the footage. So I got some footage for something that happened behind the scenes, and I thought I could possibly make that into a story, into part of the story that I'm going to do, or how I was going to make a story out of that. And just different events, like Will, the director for Therefore I Am, and won the DP for the project, had a bit of an issue for the camera and getting a camera secured. So I definitely included that into my story as well. And that's fairly evident in the beginning.
So how much of your mockumentary actually happened and how much of it was staged?
I would say about 70 to 80% of it really happened, and the rest was all improvised and written.
And what was your favorite part about making this mockumentary?
Showing it in class, because that showed to me it was done. I could show something in class and I could get a good grade on it.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, Jacob. And now it's time to watch the final product. Roll it.
Because I want to see the hand in the shot on their arm.
This?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Alright. And action.
Do you want it to be comedic or like more serious?
Mix of the both. Mix of
Alright.
the two.
Let me know when.
What is your name?
My name is William Alvarado. I am the director for Therefore I Am. This film it's pretty much going to be crazy. I can already tell.
So yeah, I talked with Will, and it sounds like a great project, and it could be one of the best projects ever made here, actually. But only if it's done right.
My reputation is at stake here. So like if I mess up, then like, you know, everybody's gonna blame me because, you know, I'm the one in charge of everything, and like if anything goes wrong, it's all my fault. If the actors aren't on cue, if the lighting is messed up, I can't just be like, nope, it was Juan Iniguez, yeah. Or Brenna didn't whip her whip. You know, she did a nene instead. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see how this goes, though, because I have a good feeling about this. And, yeah.
to page 6, and you have like.
A lot goes on in the pre-production stage. Major Hollywood films spend months or even years in this stage to get the story right. But student films have a much more limited time frame to get everything finalized, and when Will and his crew meet to discuss things like casting an actor, he remembers that there are other students who also need to use the limited equipment.
We're renting a lot of equipment.
Okay, but like,
That's a very good point,
So-
and I'm glad that you brought that up because it would be helpful.
I just appreciate like our group not being ignored in the total. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's totally.
What's this our group? I thought you were in our group.
I'm in both.
There's 3. There's 3.
I'm in all 3.
Who are
I'm the only
the
person with a heart and time,
Who are the 3?
and not important. I'm the only person who's not important.
And I talked to Ronnie about scheduling 2 weekends instead of a consistent 6 days, because we can get like if we pay for 2 days, which is like 2 Fridays, we can get the equipment for Saturdays and Sundays. So.
Now when the boring part, the pre-production stage, is over with, it's time for Will and his crew to get to work on the actual production step, where they're actually filming. The crew is ready, the actors are cast, the locations are set, and the equipment is ready to go. All that was left was for Will and Juan to drive up to Los Angeles and pick up the camera. However, there was a problem.
We had a few issues in the beginning. We were unable to get our insurance on time, so me and Juan, before we even started shooting, we went over to Los Angeles to pick up the camera equipment, only to find out that the insurance papers were not filed correctly, or we turned in the wrong ones.
Okay, Juan, so how did day 1 of filming go for you?
I want to die. I don't know if you guys understand this, but I want to die. Brenna right here. I think we already explained to like everybody what happened, right? The insurance and like I was dying in LA, something like that. Yeah. Around the. Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Scene 1000. Take 2.
Oh my God.
Now, I know what you're thinking. How could insurance papers possibly cause a delay in terms of shooting? Well, as it turns out, in every single way you could think of.
Yeah. Oh no, we went there and then found out they were not properly filed. But so me and Juan ended up actually going to go see my mom and my baby sister, and had lunch there, and came back and picked up all the grip equipment, which the guy was, we were very lucky that he was willing to wait for us until the night for us to pick up all the equipment. So Juan stayed at my place, and we talked it through on what's going to happen today. He woke up very early, and he went up to Los Angeles while I dealt with all the equipment in the studio, as well as insurance problems that we had.
Luckily, Will and Juan were able to get the camera and get the shots that they needed for the day, regardless of how dangerous or questionable they were set up.
We gotta make it so it's high up and it's blocking the sun from that view.
So it can't be flat. It has to be like that.
Yeah. And also it has to the season's gotta be further apart so there can be a car coming under it.
Is there gonna be a car that drives under this?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. It's quite sketch.
We'll do it.
Better.
So what's going on right now?
All right, right now we are setting up this diffuser right here, because the car will be driving underneath it, and we're gonna have our actress almost get hit by a car. So we've marked it to keep it safe, so that she doesn't actually get hit by the car. So that's a good thing, and that's the reason she's signing that form over there.
What form are you signing?
I'm just kidding. It's a release form. To not die.
Yeah, so we're not
Are we
liable.
allowed to do this in the public street?
No comment.
Unfortunately, the diffuser was too big and it was too windy to drive a car underneath, which was probably for the best. However, on my visit back to Dr. Hewitt's office to gain some more B-roll, I learned that some of the local residents were quite vocal about having a movie made in their neighborhood, which made Dr. Hewitt even more vocal.
This, and then we'll do something here. Okay. It's from the city of Carlsbad, of all things. I don't know. What? I just got a phone call from the Carlsbad Police Department regarding Will's film. And this letter is from the city of Carlsbad because evidently Will was illegally filming in a public street. His actions put the department's reputation, as in our department, on the list. And it's not a good thing. I'm not sure, what Will was doing, when he did this, but for his sake and the crew's sake, it better have been for a good reason, or he's dead meat.
Naturally, when Will saw Dr. Hewitt's reaction, he was even more pressured to do a good job on getting the film ready.
Crap. We still have one more scene to shoot in Carlsbad. How are we gonna do this? No, the police are gonna be after me and I won't be able to finish this film. Alright, I have 2 more days to do this. I think I can do it. I think I can. You might be doing something a little illegal by sneaking back into Carlsbad, but I think I can pull it off. And I'll have to deal with Hewitt later, I guess. Yeah.
So, with 2 days left, Will and the crew secretly snuck back into Carlsbad to film the last remaining scene, which unbelievably went off without any problems. Once they got the footage they needed, they raced back to the school and worked through the night to edit and transfer the video onto a DVD.
I've been working on this all night, and it's finally done.
Thank you for watching I Think, Therefore I Am, a mockumentary, and thanks for tuning in with us with this episode of Real Students. That's all we have for you tonight.